if people were butthurt about my previous video, they're going to be even more butthurt about this one. Because I need to reiterate why I believe what I do, and how we need to move humanity forward if we're to survive. I was thinking about writing a book about that, and gonna compare it to Robert Heinlein's Starship Troopers. The human race has been around for roughly 500 million years, unless you're a creationist. But for most of us that believe in evolution, we believe the human race has been around for 500 million years. And within that time period, we really haven't done all that much. Everything you think humanity has accomplished has been diddly squat in the grand scheme of things. You know, in physics, there's these terminologies called Type 1, Type 2, and Type 3 civilizations. Humanity is still a Type 0. We haven't even mastered the planet's resources yet. We still haven't figured out how to deal with finite energy crisis. We haven't figured out how we're going to travel around our own solar system. We're still in the very primitive stages of intelligent life. And what I'm suggesting here is that my beliefs would move us toward Type 1, maybe even Type 2 civilization status. Now, what is a Type 1 or Type 2 civilization? Well, when you think about Halo, the video game Halo with the Space Marines, and they talk about how they have to battle these aliens far away, and the Halo's actually a nuke for the whole universe or whatever, that's actually a Type 1 civilization. Yes, as advanced as they are still in Type 1 because they still suffer from mortal problems just on a higher scale. But they still have a military, they still have to worry about, you know, resources and what they're going to do, and life and death is still an all-encompassing concern for them. So, they're still a Type 1. A Type 2 would be something similar, I suppose, but just it wouldn't be as difficult to handle. I think of the Necrons from Warhammer 40k when I think of Type 2 civilization. A Type 2 civilization has pretty much mastered resources and life and death, and pretty much knows his way around everything. A Type 2 civilization does not have to worry about illness, or death, or lying, or struggling, or war, because a Type 2 civilization pretty much has its shit all together. Now, the only difference between a Type 2 and a Type 3 civilization is a Type 2 civilization can still collapse, it can still have to worry about outside threats, it's just not as much of it. A Type 2 is just simply a Type 1 that's figured out its way of surviving, possibly through parallel dimensional travel and things like that. A Type 3 civilization is what we would call God. God would be a transdimensional being that is so advanced that there is no possible way anything could pose a threat to it if it would even look at it as that. You know, it would be beyond the concept of looking at things as either a threat to itself or to anything else. It would simply coexist in this, you know, trilateral state where it exists. I don't even know how to describe it. Omnipresently, omnipotently, I don't know. But, you know, I could link to some resources about the Type 1 to Type 3 civilizations. But what I'm saying here is that, you know, physically, we are still in the baby stages of our evolution. And it's been 500 million years. How long is it gonna fucking take? You know, it's the year 2012, and we still haven't mastered space travel. It's 2012, and we're still talking about the fucking moon like it's some big deal. We should have already been to the moon and back. We should be able to go to the moon to use the bathroom by now, but we haven't. Why? Because of capitalism, because of selfishness, because of social liberalism, because of counter-revolutionary logic that somehow people will need their drugs and their women and their, you know, booze and all this other bullshit. It's distracting people from the main goal of the greater good. And that's what my book's going to be all about. Because I don't think it's quite getting through to people. You know, I can only speak so well in my videos. I can only articulate it so well what I'm trying to say because I don't have a script or anything. I'm just telling you this live. I'm trying to explain to you what is wrong, what we can do about it, you know. And we're going to have disagreements. I understand that. You know, you're not always going to agree with me, and I don't expect you to. But for people to come out and say I'm a fascist and I'm a psychopath or I'm just stupid, it's ridiculous. There's no need for it. Because, you know, at the end of the day, there's only two types of people on this planet. There's those that want to move humanity forward, and those that don't. Which one are you? Because I know which one I am, and I know what I think is right to move humanity forward. You might not agree with it, but at least I'm trying. At least I'm doing something. At least I'm proposing something. At least there are thoughts going into my head and coming out that are positive and have a positive response. They have a positive origin. They want to help humanity. And what are you doing to help humanity? What, going out and having sex, partying, talking about how, oh, sex is so great, man, why are you coming down against sex? You some kind of, what am I, a sexophobe now? Because apparently I'm a homophobe, but even though it's not just homosexuality I'm against, I'm a misogynist, even though I'm not just against women. I'm against all sexual interaction. It's all a class war. It's all a scam. It's all a mass distraction to your greater evolution, but I just must hate everything. Yes, I hate everything in the world. I hate the air. I hate the dust particles. I hate the sun that comes up in the morning. Do you understand how moronic that sounds? I'm just saying, it's ridiculous at this point. If you're offended by anything I say, don't fucking watch my videos. You're not forced to. I'm not gonna tie you down and make you watch my videos. If it makes you that pissed off where you're fuming and you're having to type away angrily and troll my page, just go somewhere else. You don't obviously want to learn. You don't obviously want to think about the consequences of not moving humanity forward. You obviously don't care what happens 20 million years from now, when we're all dead, and there is never a shred of evidence that humanity ever existed. You probably want that, because you think, well, humanity is shit anyway. And it's true, humanity is shit. But humanity is only shit because of people like you not caring. If humanity had a goal in life, if humanity had some shred of decency to continue moving forward, then we would want to live, not just for ourselves, but for the collective. Because we would know that we have the principles to continue living, that we deserve to live. And you obviously don't understand that. So, you know what? Fuck you. Don't watch my videos. Because they're not intended for you. They're intended for people that have some kind of morality inside them and want to meet other people, like-minded. And we're going to have disagreements. We are human, after all. But we know that there is some greater purpose. And I'm not saying that that greater purpose has to be religiously based. I am saying that that greater purpose has to be humanity based. It has to be based off the preservation of our species, because we are the only intelligent life that we know of. We are the only life that can comprehend such consequences and such problems, because all the other animals on this planet are fucking stupid. They don't understand, and I don't say we should go out and kill all the other animals just because they're fucking dumb, but they're not going to do anything. They are useless. Every single creature on this planet is a useless eater because they are waiting to die. That is the reality of the matter. The reality of the matter is they're just too fucking dumb to understand good and evil. It is our duty as the sentient life form to do something different, to do something better. That's what I'm trying to get across to you. And if that offends you, maybe you're the problem. Maybe you're the evil one. That's it.